Years passed, and Ọba Olúwadàmilọlá proved to be a wise and just ruler. He listened to the people, honored the gods, and led Iléṣà into a golden age. Trade flourished, the fields yielded bountiful harvests, and the people lived in harmony. But the memory of his father's downfall remained fresh in his heart, a lesson he carried with him always. In time, the king found love in the beautiful and graceful Princess Morẹ, a daughter of a noble family from a distant land. Their union was celebrated with grand festivities, uniting two powerful lineages and strengthening the kingdom's prosperity. Together, they built a strong and loving family, blessed with sons and daughters who were raised with the wisdom of their ancestors. With the kingdom thriving and his lineage secure, Ọba Olúwadàmilọlá knew that the curse had truly been broken. Iléṣà remained a beacon of peace and strength, and the legend of the cursed king faded into history. But the wise never forgot. Power must always be tempered with humility, lest history repeat itself. One evening, an old traveler arrived at the palace gates. He was a man of striking presence, his long flowing robes made of woven Yoruba cloth, vibrant yet worn with the dust of distant lands. A beaded crown sat upon his head, hinting at noble origins, and a staff, carved with ancient symbols of protection and wisdom, marked him as more than just a wanderer. His deep, gravely voice carried the weight of centuries as he addressed the guards. "I seek an audience with the king," he declared. "Fate has led me here, for the bloodline of kings is in peril once more. I bring warnings from the old gods and secrets buried in time." The guards, sensing something uncanny about the stranger, exchanged wary glances before allowing him entry. They did not know that he hailed from the sacred lands of Oyo-Ile, where sages and mystics preserved forgotten truths. Nor did they know that his journey was not by chance. He had been sent, guided by visions, to prevent history from repeating itself. When he was brought before Ọba Olúwadàmilọlá, the traveler bowed low. "My king, I bring a warning. The curse may have been lifted, but its shadow lingers. The sins of the past are never truly erased." The king frowned. "What do you mean, old man?" The traveler tapped his staff on the ground, and suddenly the room grew cold. "The spirit that caused your father was only an emissary. The true darkness lies deep within the forbidden forest. If left unchecked, it will rise again." A chill ran through the king's spine. "What must I do?" The traveler's eyes gleamed. "You must journey into the heart of the forest and confront the one who first laid the curse upon your family. If you fail, Iléṣà will once again fall into darkness." With a heavy heart, the king knew he had no choice. Gathering his bravest warriors, he sought the guidance of the old traveler. The traveler, knowing the spirits could not be fought with ordinary weapons, prepared special charms, amulets blessed by the gods and infused with ancient power. Each warrior, including the king, wore these charms around their necks, allowing them to see beyond the veil of the living and engage in battle with the unseen forces. Armed with both steel and spiritual protection, they set out on a quest to end the curse once and for all. The journey was treacherous. The deeper they went into the forest, the more unnatural it became. Trees twisted into distorted shapes, and strange whispers filled the air. In the heart of the forest, they found an ancient altar, blackened with age. A figure stood there, draped in tattered robes, eyes glowing like embers. "You have come," the figure gasped. "You seek to undo what was done, but power demands sacrifice." Ọba Olúwadàmilọlá stepped forward, his sword gleaming. "The suffering of my people ends today. The curse ends with you." The figure laughed, and the shadows rose. The final battle had begun. The warriors of Iléṣà clashed with the dark spirits evoked by the figure. Olúwadàmilọlá fought fearlessly, cutting through the shadows, but the enemy was relentless. A monstrous spirit loomed over him, its claws slicing through his armor and sending him crashing to the ground. Pain racked his body as he struggled to breathe, his vision blurring. The prince's strength was failing. He was at the brink of death. Just as his consciousness wavered, a firm voice echoed through the battlefield. "Not yet, young king." The traveler, who had watched from the shadows, suddenly stepped forward. He raised his wooden staff and a blinding light burst forth, forcing the dark spirits to recoil. The traveler's true presence was revealed, more than just an old wanderer. He was a guardian of destiny sent to protect the rightful ruler of Iléṣà. The old man's form shimmered, revealing his true identity, an ancient deity, an emissary of the gods sent to protect the royal bloodline from destruction. "I have watched over your lineage for generations," he declared, his voice echoing with divine authority. "Your father defied fate, but you have the chance to restore balance. Stand, Olúwadàmilọlá, and fight." With renewed strength, the king rose, wielding his sword with newfound power as the traveler fought beside him. Together, they struck down the dark sorcerer, sealing the curse forever. With divine strength, the traveler and the king struck down the dark sorcerer, sealing the curse forever. The forest returned to its natural state, and Iléṣà was finally free from its haunted past. Olúwadàmilọlá returned home victorious, his people celebrating his bravery. At the forefront of the jubilant crowd stood Queen Morẹ, a regal beauty radiating under the golden sun, dressed in the finest royal garments, her arms adorned with coral beads. She led the villagers in a grand procession to welcome the king home. With tears of joy in her eyes, she rushed forward and embraced him before all, a symbol of the king's renewed hope and unity. The kingdom thrived, and the legend of the cursed king faded into history. But the wise never forgot. Power must always be tempered with humility, lest history repeat itself. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more interesting stories. Click on the like button and share it with your loved ones.